chances of winning, this is the better chance for Alter Ego to actually win the match. As long as Keyboy doesn't pop off, which is, this is the Franco we're talking about. It's a hit or miss hero. It's gonna be your day, there's gonna be not your day, but we're just gonna go straight into game 2. Will this be a 3-game series or 2-game series for Onic versus Alter Ego?
Oh, looking at the emblems, you saw that the Franco has to pull yourself together, so still going for those the all-in in the early game. And look at Boots, going with the sprint and the quantum charge. He's going all in on the mobility. In that late game, like we were talking about earlier, this is gonna be a huge dive fest. Both teams want to get their hands on the back line, and if it comes down to that, Onic has a huge advantage because their marksman doesn't have to stay back in the back line. So is their mid laner. Everyone can dive in together, and the same cannot be said for Alter Ego.
Wait a minute. If Keyboy steals this, oh, okay.
What? Okay, he doesn't see that. But look at the emblems or spells here, Rashi. Just eat your greens, Alter Ego. Just a lot of greens there, knowing that Keyboy and Sans is a menace on this control hero. And look like Celiboy's trying to mirror Kyrie here.
Celiboy trying to mirror Kyrie? I mean, he can. I mean, I bet on a Marcus he wants to farm and like invade a bit more, but it's just very, very difficult. On the other hand, Udil has the Bargain Hunter as well, so he's trying to get a bit of an edge over Sans in that mid lane playmaking. Keyboy though, if that landed, showing again why the Franco is just a bit more menacing compared to the Kaja.
Oh, Sans. Okay, there you go. That's a Purify. Very
casual petrify.
But I think the mirror was possible. You have a Florian which is gonna heal up your team. Like, this is a Florian early game. I think it's really good for invades. I think that's the way to go, especially against a Franco. As long as you don't get hooked, you're safe. You're gonna win the lane. You're gonna win the jungle for Alter Ego. I'm very, very surprised that Rek is very, very passive, just staying in the mid bush for the first 1 minute or 2 minutes.
Oh, wait a minute though. In the mid lane, Celiboy has what it takes to take him down. Decimate. Celiboy first blood in game number 2. Now Kyrie running away. Pi, whoa! Dealing a lot of damage. Has the stacks on Kyrie, forcing him back. Sans now with the rough waves up top. Almost a solo kill down onto Nino. He has a minute's rage, but that's going to be a BMI back. Pi. Wow. Able to zone them away, and Celiboy picks up the purple buff. A change for Alter Ego.
There you go, Shevin, talking about the early game presence of a Martis. Getting the purple buff, and now finally getting a turtle in his pocket. That's going to be Celiboy securing the first objective, making use of the early game of this Martis.
Wow. He finally got the second turtle. Nice.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, man. To be fair, I said that if there is a chance for Alter Ego to win, this is the match. This is the draft that we're trying to see for Alter Ego to pop off.
And if Alter Ego do pop off, I guess the Miracle is back.
Oh my god, yeah. That was
a very convenient Miracle. If you win, we're blessed. If you lose, we're cursed. Nice.
Hey, that's just how it is in these parts, Shevin.
You just have to learn how the world works, Shevin. You gotta live in the real world. But right now, for Onic, they're behind, but Kyrie is keeping up in levels with Celiboy, losing out on 1. But for now, I think they're still doing a good job maneuvering around the Martis, just denying a lot of kills for the Martis to snowball with.
Oh, that's a combo of Boots and Kyrie. No Tyrath, so there's no huge physical burst damage as Albert is getting absolutely pressured in the top lane. Sans and Keyboy's coming.
Oh, Albert as well with the BMI. Keyboy trying to zone him away. Good terrifying from Udil to disengage. And Onic are losing out in the early stage. Alter Ego so far have been able to enable Nino in that gold lane. 600 GP of 600 gold lead held down by AE.
It's hard composition for Onic. This is like play your micro perfectly and we win composition for Onic in this case. Like the only setups available is just Keyboy and Sans, and that's very hard to land, especially when you have 3 Purifies, 3 Arashi on the end of the opposing team.
Well, keep in mind, the longer the game goes, the more value that Iron Hook is going to have in the hands of Keyboy. So technically, even with the Purifies, if you get hooked out of position and suppressed before you can even react, there's a chance that the late game can, out of nowhere, just start swinging towards Onic, and you can rely on Keyboy to make sure the plays like that do happen.
Oh, there's a fight here. Rek with the bloom. Oh, Keyboy getting decimated by Celiboy now as he's looking for another target. Kyrie getting chunked, forced to use the Thorn Rose and the Puncture. Alter Ego, could this be the first complete 3-turtle match for Sully Boy?
Alter Ego fan celebrates as they get the turtle for Sully Boy. Now in top lane, Albert is just, every time there is a Blazing Duet, it's just gonna use that because Nino is just way too dangerous to deal in the lane because he already has his items and a lot of physical damage and he cannot deal with that. And that's one of the ways to clear the lane as safe as possible. But Keyboy is just getting chunked really low. Oh!
No Purify. Oh, but it's still on time.
Too
well
early.
played to Udil. And Sans with a rare mistake.
It's definitely uncharacteristic for Suns, but like you mentioned, Shevin, Onic, they're just trying to play defensive. They're leaving Kyrie kind of alone to deal with all this pressure coming in from both Sully Boy as well as Pi in the jungle right here. Unfortunately, he's still able to secure his buffs earlier, and now he still has it, but he is keeping up in levels with Sully Boy, and that is a bit of good news. Now the question is how long can they hold and when can they start their counterattack? Because even right now, like you mentioned, the Blazing Duet is only used to clear the waves just in case Alter Ego goes for an aggressive play and tries to dive him.
What happened there? Got chunked quite low. Didn't use a flicker here. Audience prediction by the Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G.
Uranus.
Oh my god. Sir Pi in the base.
Well, this is what you're supposed to do with Uranus, especially when there's not much threat on your way. There's not much physical threat skills coming in from Dairoth, and I think Good so far has been doing a great job, kind of mirroring, quote-unquote, mirroring the movement coming in from Pi, is just cutting the lane a real deep onto that inhibitor turret too. But Sans? Oh.
Good Petri as well. Oh! Phantom execution baited as well. Used up. That's a kill over Keyboy! With a brilliant bloody hunt, the Heavenly Fist comes and follows through. And that's another kill over to Onic. We're now equal in kills.
Well, in that fight, Boots also was present, so he was clearing faster than Pi, who is nowhere to be seen right now. Onic pulling the trigger at the right exact moment right there.
Well, that's the drawback for Uranus cutting the lane. Sure, you can rotate freely after the take, but you don't really have a lot of movement speed boost or movement speed skills. Like the only one there is just the second skill. You can't really catch up to team fights, and in team fights you can only just harass all the members, and it's hard to stack up your damage from that first kill. So Onic Esports, they're doing a really good job on reading the movement coming in from Pi.
But Alter Ego finally, like you said, Mirko, secures all three turrets in all three turtles in their game. But that was unfortunate in the top side for Alter Ego. Nino walked into the bush right into the hands of Keyboy, and this is what Onic are able to do right here. They put Sans and Keyboy in such surprising locations, and before you know it, you just get jumped on. But Sans here almost gets caught out.
Right, using the bloom, getting him out of that play. Oh, never mind. Kyrie's onto him right now. Still able to dash away right now, but the damage comes through with a Phantom Execution as well to the back. Albert with the Blazing Duet. Kyrie 1 HP. Still able to escape. Pi needs one more. Onic actually dodged it away, but Pi's still able to take him down. Nino with a good sidestep with Udil. And Alter Ego, 1 for 1. They've won. Roamer for jungle.
Well, I think it's still a fine trade for Onic, considering how hard it is to make pickoffs for Onic Esports itself. But looks like Alter Ego, they want to force the issue.
Knockout strike gonna be used up. Bloody Hunt still on the back. That's why he has the moniker Gila Sans.
What was that, man? Came out of nowhere, just completely denies Alter Ego their backline. This is what we talked about. There's just so much danger for the side of Alter Ego's backline, and Onic doesn't really have to be concerned about that. You can see it with both Sans. Sans and Albert, they're just a lot more willing to make risky plays because of the composition. And Sans, of course, is taunting as usual.
I said that I don't really like the taunt, but the counter argument for that is just Onic is still winning. Like, what am I to say about that? Like, if it works, like, why not just do it very often? And you get records as well. You're gonna get some... Okay, I thought the stats is gonna on cue just Sans how many recalls he has, but no. It's gonna be Keyboy with 5 of 14, 35% or 36% so far with his hooks. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Might increase even more right here. Pi is the main target.
No flicker, bloody hunt. Breath of the ocean, rough waves, everything, and the kitchen sink thrown at Pi. Uranus can't handle that.
Such an opportune moment right now. No EXP laner, no macro options for Alter Ego as the Lord is up. Look at Boots just pushing everyone back. And just like that, Onic has wrestled control away from Alter Ego. They will be playing for the Lord right here. There's 10 seconds before Pi is back on the map, and they're going to use every single second to try and get an advantage.
Well, good news for Alter Ego is they have a tank junglers which can tank the Lord hits pretty well, and also have a healer as well. So the Lord Dent is kind of it's an advantage towards Alter Ego, I would say, compared to Onic, which has a pure assassin jungler without any kind of utility, or Golden Helmet coming in from Kyrie. So let's see if Alter Ego prevails and prove the story wrong that they're bad at objectives.
Well, so far, I think they've already proven that for neutral objectives, not so much for turrets, because Onic are still complete Sans. Oh, beautiful bait. No Purify for Pi.
Yeah, also doesn't use the Rock Wave as well. That's W definitely for Sans, but Keyboy is looking for blood here.
Ooh. Close. They're very, very close. Right now with Pi stuck on the bottom side of the map, saving barely the turret, Onic has a windows of opportunity here, but nothing too decisive. No free Lords just yet. They're trying to get a pick off while Pi is busy, but with all the Purifiers available on the side of Alter Ego, it's really stifling a lot of these pick-off potential. And I think there needs to be a big fight where Alter Ego is committing for Onic to be able to actually catch them completely off guard.
Yeah, speaking about Pi though, like, initially, I thought that Paquito buff on that second skill, everything in the way, the minion in the way of the second skill is going to get damaged. I don't think that's a huge buff initially, but right now, seeing how good the Boots use it right now, it's just, really?
Doesn't make it! Sullyboy follows through even with the BMI. Now in the back though, the Heavenly Fist coming down, knockout strike, we're gonna Nino back. Good Bloom and the Bloody Hunt to get him out. Boots gunned down by Nino. 2 for 0.
What a costly mistake from Albert right there. Taking the snipe just a bit too audacious in the front line. And now Alter Ego, they go for those turrets we've been talking about. They will be able to secure one, and they will most likely go for the turret unless Gila-Man himself can make something happen right there. He gets spotted though!
Nino. Beautifully read.
Why are you recalling, Sans? Sans, go back or try to get some pickoffs. Okay.
Well, we'll see why he's recalling. Kyrie is still in the midst. This is going to be a 50-50, but Kyrie, no. He has the level lead. Let's see if he gets it now. Sullyboy, beautiful sustain to get it and secure as well in the back line. Oh, Sans versus Udil, and it's gonna be Wrecked who wins it out in the end. Getting the kill back, Alter Ego, 2 for 0, make it 3 with the Lord.
Objectives taken by Alter Ego. Lures, Turtles, all of them has been taken by Alter Ego, but the gold lead doesn't signify their dominance in objectives just yet. The kill department is still very, very close, and gold lead so far, Onic has prevailed, or maybe just keeping up quite well with the gold, with a lot of micro movements, a lot of good pathing coming in from Kyrie and crew.
Well, initially Onic was still winning before that Lord play, but Alter Ego with the Lord and these towers that are gonna fall down to the Lord in the mid lane, they're gonna get a bit more of a gold advantage going on, unless Sans can make something happen.
Rough Wave just zoned them away right now. Bloody Hunt gonna be able to lock Pi down as Kyrie gets taken very low. Phantom execution defensively. Breath of the Ocean connecting to the back. A little bit of damage from Sans with the Oddity. Udil stealing away the Bloody Hunt. They're still looking to siege the space down. Alter Ego want to go for the end. In the back, there's a flank. Already set up by Boots. Sullyboy taking a lot of damage. Now, Breath of the Ocean going to be dodged away from by the Mortal Coil. Iron Hook not connecting, but Boots in the back now going to be locked down by the Terrify. Not so much. A Bloody Hunt, and it's Rage almost takes him out. Pi moves forward, but Onic disengage.
Well, this is the alternate universe of the previous draft in game 1. The story is still the same. It's a pick-off composition versus a Florian, a healing composition. But in this time, it's using Martis. The pick-off is going to be harder, and you don't have Kaja on the opposing side of the team. It's a Franco which has a lot of misses. It's very, very risky to play Franco against this kind of composition, or it's very risky to play Franco in the first place, unless you have a really good mechanic player in Keyboy. But in this case, he's not having his day.
Well, there's still a lot of advantage for Kyrie in the jungle. He's still ahead in gold, but Nino has the Wind of Nature right now, which allows him to deny any kind of physical damage. So the only real person that can really decisively shut him down is going to be Sans. So that is a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. On the other hand though, Paquito versus Uranus. Boots showing again why this matchup, in a way, really favors the Paquito when it comes to macro impact. Even though they're losing, even though they're on the back foot, he's still able to secure more turrets. And it's going to be the same story even later on, unless Alter Ego can exert enough pressure, can finish up the Lord fast enough to force Onic into weird engagements.
Or maybe bait Boots into a split push. That's the way if you're seeing a split pusher that's been having a really, really good time, way too much of a good time, and being careless in his own lane. And with this kind of composition, you have Nino, which can burst down this kind of heroes quite easily too.
Yeah, we're getting to that late game department, something we didn't get to see in game number 1. And now the Beatrix is on the way to his last item. This might be the game changer. Nino getting his last item. He's building towards a Haas Claw, so sustain will be there. It's just how can he dodge from all of the damage and the CC from Onic.
Ooh, Fans is not spotted.
Good aggression coming in from Alter Ego, not seeing all the other members. They're just aggressing on who they can see because they know that when Onic are not on the map, they are hiding somewhere. Possibly they're trying to pressure and just sneak this Lord before there's even any contest from Onic.
Let's see, Kairu's not getting his own. Right now, it's going to be Sully Boy who wins a 50-50. Sans still in that bush, holding on. He's waiting for the right time. But Sully Boy will not give it to him. Nino has evaded from that threat. And now it's Alter Ego who are coming down with a siege.
Woohoo! Only 3k gold lead, so Alter Ego. This Lord, this is very, very susceptible to game end here for Onic Esports. They have to find a way to manage these lanes properly or just clear all the lanes available. And that Lord, you don't really have a lot of wave clear here.
Well, on the other hand, there's not a lot of high ground from the side of Alter Ego as well. So they have to go for a big team fight of their own, and they don't really have an engage tool. They have a Florin in the roaming position, so Onic will be able to clear this, and Keyboy almost goes for a hook right there. Unfortunately, it does not land. But
oh my god!
Whoa, Nino! Redder's Apathy snipes Kyrie down! That's what you need right now. Look at the damage. One basic attack with Nibiru. No one's there to hit the base. Albert's trying to clear out the top side. Now pops into Blazing Do it. Ascending Boy is able to cancel it with a Mortal Coil, but he loses his life. His immortality for now. Bottom lane gonna be tucked down. Shut down by Boots. Joe's back, but Nino's able to sustain Nino! Now the back flickers out. The safety guns them down and gets the healing with nature.
They're still going, they're still going!
One more shot left. Bloody Hunt coming down, immortality by Boots already, but look at the timing from Nino! And now Nino is taking all he needs. Albert with nature! Shutting him down! The defense that we saw in Season 6! It's happening again! Sans with a knock-up, Albert with a damage, winner truncheon by Udil, but Kyrie's back for the kills! That's Albert with a defense of his life with Sans and Kyrie!
Are you feeling the deja vu? Are you feeling the deja vu? Albert once again coming in and clutch in base defense against Alter Ego. You cannot make this up.
Wow, what a defense, man, for Onic. It was down to the wire. It seems like Alter Ego were about to get it, but now with everyone down, 8 seconds until Nino is even part of the engagements. Onic are trying to go for some base turrets, and they're trying to burst down the members of Alter Ego, but I don't think he'll be able to find anything much. And Onic comes back in the situation, and now it's almost equal, but there's still no base turrets left for Onic. Alter Ego still has a huge advantage for the next Lord.
Oh, huge value for Onic Esports after that miraculous play from Albert and crew. Oh my god.
Holy
see
moly.
here, the build here. Already full item for most of them, unless except the roamer here. And Sailor Boy looks like he's going for a Hunter Strike.
Well, Albert also has a Rose Gold Meteor, by the way, no Wind of Nature. So he
sold it. He used it earlier.
Exactly, so he sold it. He's going for a bit more of an aggressive build. He has a Wind Talker as well, so trying to make sure he has enough damage to shred down the BPM members. And that is part of why he was able to just output so much more damage in that base defense earlier.
Oh my god, that
hook does not land, unfortunately, but you can see that the Paquito is just way too far away to participate in the fight unless Onic can delay this.
Albert utilizing that. That's the Bloody Hunt locking him down. Pi is out. Nino dashing forward. What? To the knockout, he flickers out though. Nino still able to escape. Pops it over to nature prematurely. Buys the immortality as he already used that wind. But it has given Onic now the opportunity, the opening to go for the Lord, to fully come back in the game that was not theirs.
How? how you're not supposed to win with this composition against this composition. This is just way too much to sustain to deal with when you're having a Franco and a Katira composition like this. Is just a micro skill carrying the draft. As you said, Arashi, draft doesn't matter when you have this good of a team.
Alter Ego, they just didn't respect the potential from Onic, man. They walked into a bush, and I know you are a late game Uranus with a Purify, but against Onic, and especially against a Franco, you need to be a bit more careful. And now Onic already in position to punish any kind of mistake, with the Lord coming in as well. They are the ones with the engaged tools available to orchestrate a dive, to orchestrate a direct attack onto the base of Alter Ego. And I don't know, man, without high ground, it's all in the hands of Nino and Udio to output that damage and clear the waves and deny the Lord before Onic can end the game.
Let's see how they defend this. 3 waves built up together. An Evolved Lord in the mid lane. Penetrate is going to be used up right now. Alter Ego still in the... Oh! Damage. Thorn Rose. T-Boy's looking for a pick. Gets Boy right now. Winter Truncheon going to be used up by Pi right now, but it doesn't matter. The Thorn Rose takes him outside. Jumps into the back. The bloody hot locks Nino down. It has happened again. Alfred has turned the tides and destroyed Alter Ego again.
Turned the tides and turned the clock back for the Crown Prince, which is no longer the Crown Prince, it's the young Porcupine.
6 seasons from season 6 to get it done again.